So, hello, and today we're gonna do a little rain dance. A little rain dance for those of you who are in Los Angeles, you just had rain. For us here in France, we're just getting rain, and it's wonderful to rain. It cleans, it helps things grow. It's beautiful to rain. So today we're gonna really find that rain within us, the water within us, and that water which transforms everything that it touches. The water, it'll transform your body when you are fluid. It'll transform your mental state when you just kind of go with the flow. So water, which is this wonderful element to embody. And right now, maybe a lot of us are feeling big boulders, big blocks, either emotional big blocks. There's maybe lots of fear coming up, or worry or anxiousness because we don't know what's really going on. So there's this big block, this big boulder right in front of us. And the beautiful thing about water, when we really tap into that water element, is the water kind of goes and hits this block and then finds a way to go around. It finds a way to move, to never be really stuck, but to keep kind of going and to really find a creative way to get through it. So it's an element really where it's not linear. It's not at all, I know exactly what to do and I do it this way and I take this step and this step and this step and I'll get to this place. No, it's really this, I have no idea what to do and I'm just gonna kind of keep flowing and keep going, and I'm gonna keep passing all of these things that I think are these big blocks and big things that are keeping me and stopping me, but actually, I'm gonna find the way. So we're gonna try and find within our bodies this way. So maybe there's some positions that you normally you do in yoga where, it's hard and there's the block, you don't have necessarily the muscles, or you don't necessarily have the space to open it. And today we're just gonna find the way that you can just kind of move through it, find the way that you can be fluid and find a creative, different way that you didn't necessarily think of, that just kind of comes from within. So I want to find that water quality within us all. So just take a seated position where you're really comfortable. You can be sitting on a pillow. They're called pillows in English. You can be sitting on a pillow if you need to keep your hips up, to bring your knees down. Really be super comfortable. If you need to straighten your legs, straighten your legs. If you need to be against a wall for this moment, be against a wall for this moment. And just really take a deep breath in, breathe out, and just kind of relax all of your day, everything that happened to you today. Just kind of breathe out with a big sigh, with a big sound. Do 2 more of those breaths. You can just kind of wiggle around if you want to wiggle around. Find that water, find that fluidity, that buoyancy within you. Take another deep breath. And if your eyes aren't already closed, just close your eyes. And just breathe. Just feel the breath moving through your body, wherever it is. You don't need to control anything. Just be present with your breath, where it moves in your body. And just start to feel how your breath is that first connection to the water element, is that first connection to a wave. And as we breathe in, we feel this wave of our belly, which fills with air and then goes up into our chest, that first wave. And as we breathe out, the wave recedes. And we can feel that wave in our spine as we breathe in, how our back starts to arch a little bit. And as we breathe out, how the back just naturally starts to round. It's a really micro mini movement. It's not a huge movement, but just start to connect to that wave of your breath. That wave of your breath in your body. And just feel how you're breathing in that oxygen, which is part of water. So you're just breathing in that oxygen, which is then getting transformed in your body. And breathe. And just start to find a breath that's deeper and slower. You don't need to be static right now. If you want to kind of move your body, but just be slow about it. Just do small movements. Really relax your jaw. And just really start to be present here and now. The weight of your body sitting down. The depth of your breath. And maybe there's some emotions. Just be present with your emotions. Maybe there are thoughts, maybe there's music in your head. It's okay, it's what your head does. But don't get so attached to it. Let it be there, but you're really present here in the moment in your breath. And you're just being open to creativity, open to fluidity, open to a movement. Just feeling the movement. Things are never static in our body. Things are always moving. So just feel this water which always moves. And just keep breathing, keep relaxing down. Your weight down into the ground. And then go and take a nice big deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. And then just breathe it out really with a sigh. Really a last sigh of, okay, I let go of everything and I'm here and I'm present right now. And then come on down to a cross-legged position. And then just a cross-legged position. And we're just gonna find that breath and that wave in our spinal column a little bit more. So we're gonna breathe in and just start to arch your back. And breathe out, just start to round it. And breathe in and just start to arch your back. And breathe out and just start to round it. So it doesn't need to be really big movements right now. Just breathe in and just start to arch. And breathe out and round. And breathe in and arch your back. Feel the way your hip bones are moving. Each vertebrae is moving. Maybe there are places where it doesn't feel so fluid, so try to have a smaller movement so there's really a fluidity. And then maybe you can start to open it up a little bit more, to go a little bit deeper. Arch your back a little bit more, round your back a little bit more. And just breathe. And water is also this really sensual element. It's really sensual water. So start to find your sensuality in this wave. And one more time. And then come back to sitting. Just pull your spine up. Feel this energetic column that's going in the middle of your spine that's connecting you down, rooting you down into the ground and pulling you up towards the sky. Then come into child's pose. So you're just gonna bring the knees together, bring your hips back onto your heels, your arms by your sides, and just really feel your forehead touching the ground. So your forehead is touching the ground. And just pause here, really just let go. Let go and just be open to new ideas, open to being fluid, to finding a new way, to not being sure what's gonna happen, but you just go with the flow. So just breathe and just really relax down into the ground. Always feeling your breath, how it moves through your belly and your chest and your back. And then bring your hands up to the front of the mat. And we're just gonna come on up into all fours. You can open up your knees to your hips. And we're just gonna breathe in and arch your back. And breathe out and round. And breathe in and arch. And breathe out and round. So as you see, we're going to be doing lots of this movement today, lots of this wave. So just keep finding that wave in your back, in your spinal column, in your breath. One more time like this. And now we're going to breathe out and come into child's pose. And then arch your way back up. And then around back into child's pose. And then arch your way back up. Round into child's pose. Arch your way back up. Round into child's pose. Arch your way back up. Round back. And arch your way back up. Come back to a flat back. And we're going to go to the sides now. So just do a circle to your sides. And we're just feeling all of that movement that can happen in your spinal column. All of that dance that is there, all of that movement. And go the other way. And then come back. And now we're going to kind of put all of it together. And you're just going to kind of find your dance, find your rain dance, your water dance. And you're just going to start to move in all of the ways that you can, coming forward, going backwards, going up, going down to your sides. Just kind of find all of the movements that are possible in this position. Keep breathing. And just imagine really that your body is water and that you're going down a rapid. So you can be going fast down a rapid if you want, or you can be going slowly down a stream, or you can be a big wave in the ocean. Just kind of find a movement of water in your body. Always being connected to your breath. If you want to go slow, you go slow. If you want to go faster, you go faster. Just follow the movement. And then come back to all fours. A big deep breath in. Really relax your belly. And breathe out, turn your toes and come up into down dog. And in this down dog, you can bicycle your legs, bend your right leg, bend your left leg. You can turn your hips. And then we're gonna round our back, come up to our toes, come into plank. And then bend your knees, push back, and find down dog again. And then we're gonna round our back, come back into plank. Bend your knees, push your hips back, come back into down dog, and just follow this flow. Go at your speed. And maybe this is where you're starting to come into some of your blocks. Maybe this is where you're starting to find some of your big rocks that are blocking you. So find a way to creatively, fluidly move around those blocks that are in your body. Maybe it's just with your breath, moving your breath. And one last time. Come into plank, and then lower down as you want. And just take a deep breath here. Feel your belly push against the ground. Feel your heart pumping. And then we're going to bring our fingers tips to the ground and raise your elbows. Now we're going to roll our shoulders back, and just on an in-breath, start to push up with your fingertips and bring your chest up. And then as you breathe out, just come back down. Breathe in, bring your chest up, your head follows. Breathe out, come back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we're just following that flow, that wave in the spinal column. Doesn't matter how high you go. One last time. And then come back down. Just bring your arms to your sides, turn your head, and just shift your hips from left to right. And push back up into all fours. Push back up into down dog. Bend your knees, walk your hands. Walk your feet to your hands. And then we're just gonna hang out here for a little bit. You can just kind of swing to your left and your right. You can open up your feet a little bit more to be more stable. And then just vertebrae by vertebrae, just start to round your back. And we're gonna find that wave again. So you're breathing in, you're coming back up, and then you're gonna arch your back and go back down halfway. And then round your back, come back up, arch your back, go back down. And just keep breathing. Just keep following this wave. One more time. And just round up. Roll your shoulders back. And just find a comfortable standing position. We're just gonna put our hands on our hips, and we're just gonna move our hips. Bend your knees so that you're really feeling this. And your hips go both ways. If you wanna be more Hawaiian and really do the hula dances, go ahead and you can do more hula dances if you're feeling really open in your hips there. And come center, and we're just gonna round the pelvis and then arch it. So we're just in the pelvis now. Round the pelvis and arch it. Round the pelvis, arch. Round, arch. Round, and now we're gonna add the rest of the body. So you're gonna bend your knees, you're gonna arch the basum, the pelvis, and then you're gonna start to round it and let it come up into your back, and your back arches, and you come back down and you round. You come back up, you arch, down, and arch, down, and arch. So just feel this wave. And just find this wave however it presents itself in your body. Breathe. Just start to feel really how all of your articulations are fluid. And it can be a little wave if it needs to be. It doesn't need to be a big one. And then just come center. Breathe. Feel your belly. And keep your feet hip width apart. And we're just going to start to swing our arms kind of in an infinity sign. Just kind of doing an infinity sign with the arms. Breathe and then go the other way. And come back. And now we're kind of going to put all of that together. So now you're just going to bring your hands up and you just imagine that you have a goblet, a beautiful goblet. However, maybe it's crystal, maybe it's wood, maybe it's earth. Whatever kind of goblet would be gorgeous for you to be holding on to right now. Just imagine that you're holding on to a goblet, a really big goblet. It's empty. And you're just going to start to move this goblet around. And you're just going to start kind of collecting all of this energy that's around you. And breathe and just start to find the dance in your body. And when you start to really feel that your body is moving, you can let go of this goblet for the moment and just find the movements that are good for you, the dance, the wave, the water. You can just imagine that you're floating in water and you're so light that you can just kind of do any movement because your body is just fluid. So just breathe and just find these movements that feel good for you. And always, they can be slow, they can be fast, they can be a little repetitive. But if you see that you start to really get in one repetitive movement, go ahead and stay there for a little bit, then start to see if there's a way you can go around that repetitive movement. If there's something that can flow you out of a repetitive movement so that everything is new. Breathe. And then slowly, slowly start to re-find your goblet. Start to re-find your goblet. You're still filling it up with all of the wonderful energy around you. And you start to bring this goblet up over your head. There's still movement though maybe in your body. It's okay. Just keep following the movement, following the dance. And then you're just gonna slowly hold this goblet up over your head. Breathe. And then you're just gonna pour this goblet so that all this wonderful energy that you just collected, all this wonderful liquid energy just starts to pour, and you just feel this energy pour through your whole body. You just drink this energy. Breathe. And bring your hands down to your heart. And maybe your body isn't static. Maybe there's a little movement in your body. Go ahead and just follow that little movement. And we're going to bring our arms up. Breathe in over our heads. And breathe out. Come on down to the ground. Breathe in, come on to half back. And And breathe out, bring your left leg back behind you. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. Turn your foot and just bring your hips down towards the ground. And just pause here, feel your belly filling with air. And then we're gonna flow. So you're gonna breathe in, let the hips come down, bring the arms up. And bring the arms in a circle behind you. Bring the hands down, and we're gonna breathe out and bring our hips backwards and lift up your right toes. Straighten your right leg. Breathe out, come back down. Breathe in, do the circle. Breathe out, come down the hands. Breathe in, bring your hips back, straighten your right leg, bring your toes up. Breathe out, come back down. Breathe in, come on up. Out, circle the arms, bring the hands down. Last time, breathe in, straighten the leg, bring the toes up. Breathe out, come back down. And we're gonna push back into down dog. Then bend your left leg, bring your foot up between your hands, bring the right knee down. Turn the foot, bring the hips down towards the ground. Just pause here. And then we're gonna breathe in, bring the arms up. And breathe out, circle behind, come back down. Breathe in, bring your hips back, lift up your left toes, straighten the left leg. Breathe out, come back down. Breathe in, come on up. And out, circle the arms, bring them down. Breathe in, straighten the leg, bring the hips back. Breathe out, come back down. Breathe in, arms up. And out. Breathe in, come backwards. And breathe out, just come back forwards. You can do a vinyasa, you can do a plank, cobra, down dog, or you can just push into down dog as you want, as you feel. And breathe in. And then we're gonna bend our right knee and bring the foot between the hands. And just keep this left leg straight. Come up onto the tops of your fingertips, straighten your spine, breathe in. And breathe out, we're just gonna straighten that right leg. Breathe in, bend the knee. Breathe out, turn around. Breathe in, bend the knee. And breathe out, straighten the leg. Breathe in, bend the knee. And breathe out, straighten the leg, round the back. Breathe in, straighten the leg. We're gonna turn this left foot down and we're gonna come on up to warrior two. But in this warrior two, really it's a buoyant warrior two. So just imagine that you're being buoyant on the water. So you're not, static. You're not, come side, sides, moving. And then we're gonna bring that right arm down and breathe that left arm up. And then we're just gonna breathe and go backwards. And just let your arms flow. Breathe in, come forwards, breathe out. backwards. Breathe in and just find this dance, this water movement. Last time. Return to Guerriere 2. Let your arms, it's like they're posing, they're resting on water. The legs are resting on water. You're buoyant. And then we're going to do a little Aeolian, a windmill movement. Turn that left heel back. And now we're going to turn the right toes towards the front. And we're going to bend that right knee and we're going to come down onto that either right. You're going to have your butt sitting towards your heel, or you can have the heel on the ground as you feel it, as you're comfortable with. And just lift up those left toes. And just breathe here. And then we're going to flow over to the other side. So you're going to turn the left toes down, lift up the right toes. You're either on your heel or you're up on your toes, as is comfortable for you. Relax your mouth, relax your jaw. And then come back over. Just open up that inside thigh. And last time. And now you're going to turn towards your left foot and come into position lunge. You're going to bring the right knee down, turn the foot, bring the hips forward. Just feel that there. And then straighten that right foot, that right leg out. And we're going to breathe in here and breathe out. Bring your hips back. And breathe in, bend the leg. And breathe out, straighten the leg, bring the hips back. Breathe in, bend the knee, breathe out, straighten back. And last time, breathe in, bend the knee. And breathe out, straighten back. Breathe in, bend the knee, turn the right heel towards the ground and come on up to Warrior 2. And once again, you're buoyant. Maybe even in your torso. Just kind of find that water movement within you. And then we're going to flow. Bring that left arm to your thigh. Bring the right arm up and then bring them all back. And then flow forward. And flow back. And flow forward. And flow back. And last time, flow forward. And flow back. Come back to Warrior 2. Find that buoyancy, that water flow. And then windmill your hands down. We're going to turn the left toes forward, turn the right toes up. This time we're going to come to the middle. Come to the middle, turn both of your heels in, and come on up to a squat. And we're going to breathe in, straighten the legs. You can even move your hips. And breathe out, come on down, a plie, a grand plie. And breathe in, come on up. Move your hips. And then come on down to a grand plie. And last time, come on up. And down, grands plie. Fall back forward. We're going to turn this right foot out, turn the left foot back, position lunge. And you have the choice of vinyasa or just push into down dog as you want. And we'll all meet down dog. Just breathe. And once again, we're not static here. So if you want to bend your knees, bend your knees. If you want to wiggle your hips, wiggle your hips. If you want to undulate your spine, undulate your spine. Now we're going to bend the right knee and bring the knee behind the wrist. And bring that foot up towards the other wrist. Bring the left leg back. And you want to make sure that you don't fall right or left, but you keep your hips really squared. And then just come on down to your forearms. If this is your final point, just pause here. Or you can come on down with your head on the ground. And once again, really relax your jaw. Feel the movement of your breath through your body as you breathe. You're creating a wave in your spinal column. Just relax your hips. Feel your breath going down into your hip bones. Feel your hips just opening with each out breath. And then come back up to your hands. And we're gonna push back into down dog. Bend your left knee, bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Bring the left foot towards your right wrist and bring that right leg all the way back. You get to where you get. Keep your hips nice and squared. And then come on down to your forearms. Always you can just keep breathing out with a sigh. And then if you want, come on down to your forehead. And just keep bringing your breath down into your hips. Bring that water, that oxygen down into your hips. So your hips are opening with each out breath. Any obstacles, any tensions that are in your hip, your breath is finding a way to be fluid, to go around it, to relax it. And then come back up to your hands. Push back up into down dog. And just find your down dog. And bend your knees. Cross your ankles and come to a sitting position. And we're gonna bring our feet together. You can move your butt up and back, or you can sit onto a pillow or to a towel. And we're gonna pretend that our feet are a book. And you're just gonna open up this book. So you really want the outsides of your feet pushing in together like the binding of a book, and you're opening up this book. And then just pull your spine nice and long. And you can just kind of rock back and forth on your sit bones until you find a comfortable spot. And then you can just kind of flutter your knees, your butterfly wings. And breathe. And just imagine that, yeah, you're just kind of rippling the water that's in your hip joints. You're just creating little ripples of water. Breaking up any of the big boulders of tension. And then you can just stop the movement, pull your spinal column up. Breathe in and then breathe out and just start to fall forward. You get to where you get. If you start to feel that it's really pulling it really a lot in your inner thighs, just pause. You don't want to go to you don't want it to be pulled too much. You don't want it to suddenly feel like, no, just go to the point. Go to the point where it's your soup. It's your Goldilocks soup. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's perfect. You find that perfect soup, that perfect point where you feel a stretch, but you can keep breathing. Where you feel the stretch, but you're not forcing anything. And it's not that you're being lazy and you're like, oh, I'm just going to sit here. No, it's you find that point where something is happening. If you want to kind of rock again from the right to the left, you can. Keep opening up your toes. The more you open up your feet, the more you're going to feel those knees come down towards the ground. And then come back up. And just close your knees and straighten your legs. You can just kind of roll your ankles, jiggle your hips, and come on down to your back. And we're gonna put our feet on the ground, and you just wanna be able to lightly touch your heels with your fingers. And your feet are hip width apart. And we're gonna push our feet into the ground, breathe in, start to lift up your pelvis, your belly, your ribs, your chest, and bring your arms up over your head. And then as you breathe out, you're just gonna lower everything. It's like you're rounding your back again. And then you're bringing your hands down, and then you're breathing in, and you're lifting up. Bringing your arms up over your head and breathing out and rounding down, bringing the arms down with it. And again, breathe in, come on up. And breathe out, come back down. And breathe in, come on up. And breathe out, come on down. And last time, breathe in, come on up. And breathe out, come back down. And then just roll open your knees, bring your feet up, and then bring your knees back into your chest. And you can just kind of rock back and forth. And do some circles with your knees so that you're really feeling the back of your sacrum just pushing into the ground. And the other direction. And then you're going to bring your knees back into your chest. You're going to open your knees up. Your feet are still touching, and you're going to bring your arms inside your knees and take the outside of your foot or the inside of your foot, however it's comfortable. Keep your knees really open wide, and you're going to bring your feet up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to start to bend your knees towards the ground. So happy baby pose. You can just imagine that you're a baby and you've just discovered that you can touch your feet. Oh, and how joyous you are that you have feet and you can touch your feet, and then you just can kind of rock around. You can bring the right knee down, the left knee down, just start rocking. You can bring the sacrum down or lift the tailbone up. Just start kind of moving around, feeling all of this movement that is possible. And breathe. Filling your belly with air. And then go ahead and just lower your feet. And now you're just going to keep your knees open and keep your feet wide. So your feet are wide now and your knees are open. And you're just going to kind of rock back and forth with your knees. So you're going to bring your left knee up and your right knee down. Your right knee up and your left knee down. So you're just kind of wiggling your hips, your back. And then you can just kind of find the movement that's there. You can bring the feet a little bit further down if you want, and then bend them back up. And then you can just do circles again now with your legs. And then keep your knees bent and just let your knees fall over to your left. Turn your head towards the right. Breathing deeply through your belly. And come back to the center and let your knees fall to the right. Turn your head to the left. Come back to center. And then you're just gonna let your legs come on down, but kind of keep your legs a little bit wider open than normal maybe. Your arms a little bit wider than open maybe. And just breathe into your belly. And just feel your body relax onto the ground. And breathe. And just relax your feet. Relax your legs. Relax your pelvis, your sacrum. Relax your back, your belly. Relax your diaphragm, your chest. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers. Relax your neck, your throat. Relax your jaw, your tongue. Relax your cheekbones, relax your ears, relax your eyes. Relax your eyebrows, relax your forehead. Relax the top of your head, relax your hair. Just let your whole body relax. All of your muscles, all of your bones, all of your organs. And just breathe. And just breathe and just feel that water liquid part of yourself with each breath. Just feel that water liquid part of yourself with each breath. There's just a wave of energy, a wave of vibrations from your feet to the top of your head, from the top of your head down to your feet. You just relax into that wave. You just let that wave take you. Nothing to think about, nothing to control, nothing to do. You're just feeling that wave, that ebb and flow of the tide. That is your body. That is your cells. That is your breath. Maybe bring your attention really down into your sacrum, into that sacrum, into the coccyx, the last vertebrae. Just feel how that wave kind of starts in that last vertebrae and it goes up your spine. And then it flows back down. So you're just feeling that wave in your spine. And you're just kind of being rocked gently into peace, rocked gently into a really calm, meditative space. You're just being rocked on that wave in your spine, in your breath. You just completely relax everything. You just float on that wave, float on that water. Just feel that water now on your skin, how it's fresh, how it's enlivening, how it's pure, how it fills each pore of your skin, how it washes away all of the dirt, how it washes away all of the emotions. Just feel that wave, that water that is just rocking you. And take a deep breath. And just start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And bend your knees. And just turn onto a side and just give yourself a hug. Give yourself a nice hug, a nice moment of love just for you. Really completely a moment where you just love yourself unconditionally. You are perfect. You are wonderful. You just love yourself right now with a nice big hug. And then with your eyes closed, just come back up to a seated position. And just breathe. And just really bring your attention to your sacrum. Bring your attention to your pelvis. So your sit bones, you're completely anchored, rooted down into the ground. And you just bring your attention to your pelvis, to your sacrum. Just breathe there. Feel the sensations. Feel the liquid movement, the fluidity that comes from your sacrum. Maybe you start to rock your spine back and forth again. Maybe not. It's not a problem. Just breathe and be present completely with your body, with your attention really on your sacrum, on the energy that's open and fluid and moving. And then we're going to take a nice big deep breath in and hold your breath at the top of your breath. So really a nice big deep breath and hold your breath at the top of the breath. And now lift up your perineum. Lift up your perineum. Bring your belly button towards your spinal column. Bring that energy that you're pulling up from your perineum, that you're pulling up your spine. Bring that energy up, 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 up to the middle of your brain. Just feel that energy which is moving up your spine, up into the middle of your brain, moving up your sacrum, up your belly button and your back and your shoulder blades and your heart, through your throat, up into the middle of your brain. Just keep pulling that energy up, pulling that energy up, pulling that energy up. It's like you stop the wave and you're bringing the wave into a still point. And then just breathe out. And just let that wave come back. Oh. And we're going to do it another time. So just breathe. And then you're going to take a nice big deep breath in through your belly, through your chest, up into your collarbones. Breathe. And pull up your perineum, pull up your belly button and bring that energy up, up, up. It's coming up each vertebrae. It's coming up through your heart, up through your throat, up through your forehead into your brain. Just imagine this energy, feel this energy. You can imagine that there's a white light, a golden light, a rose light, a pink light coming up, coming up, coming up. Don't breathe, don't breathe. Keep pulling it up, keep pulling up that energy. It's like you're stopping the wave and you're letting all of the energy of the wave come right into the middle of your brain, right into your glands, filling you with peace and love and harmony and all of that wonderful good stuff. And then breathe out and just feel the calm of your body. The fluidity, the movement now. That wave, which is just now fluid. The pelvis, which can just rock really easily. And take a nice deep breath. And just breathe out with a sigh. And open your eyes. And thank you very much. I would say go drink a nice big glass of water or a nice, not too hot tea, and just really let that water just fill all of your insides and just try and be as fluid as you can. Try to just, when things come at you, I can just weave around it. I can just be a wave and just find my way around these hard places, and it's okay.